Sean, Terry,
Liam,
welcome back.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's like we never left.
Feels like we never left, actually. It truly does. This is, guys, do you know that this is episode 10? We've been stuck together doing this for 10 weeks.
That's impossible.
That is quite possible. Has it been 10 weeks?
It's been 10 weeks.
With you, it feels like 15, maybe.
With you, it feels like a hell of a lot longer.
I know. I feel like we're collectively lost in an unaired episode of The Twilight Zone.
Can I just ask what you've been up to in the last week? What did you do, Liam?
What did I do in the last week? I took
Never mind. If you have to think that hard, what happened?
Well, I took a break. I got a little boat.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a little inflatable Zodiac, and I repaired the motor. I learned how to repair the motor because it's a long, crazy story, but it wasn't what it seemed, at least when I got it. So I had to rebuild the thing, and I learned how to do that. So that
Can
was
you
what I did
swim?
last week?
Can you swim?
I'm a terrible swimmer.
Great.
Yep.
And,
Thank you.
And Sean, what'd you do?
Oh, taking care of family business, I think. Well, you know what? It was the first week of summer that my kids were in camp.
Okay.
So it was the first time I was able to look at the wall for 20 minutes without anyone asking any questions. And apparently that's a really good thing to do.
Who would like to introduce our guest?
I would like to introduce our guest.
Yes.
Thank you.
Our guest.
Edmontonian.
Yes, our guest this week is Billie Zizi from Edmonton. She is coming to us from her home studio in Edmonton. I'm not sure where. We're going to find out. Please welcome Billie Zizi.
What part of Edmonton?
Hey.
Hey.
How's it
Thanks so much
going?
for having me. It's going great.
What
Thanks for
part of
coming on.
Edmonton?
Riverdale.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Where else?
Isn't that right behind you, Liam?
Yes,
Kind of, yeah,
I think
like-
it is right
Over there.
there.
Right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of that way. Yeah, so that's right behind me. So yeah, behind me is the Edmonton Folk Fest grounds. If anyone hasn't seen what the Edmonton Folk Fest looks like, and we're missing it this year, unfortunately, but every year for what, the last, how many years, Terry? Almost 50 years now?
Yeah. Easily. It is
41st. This would be the 41st.
Thank you, man.
Thanks,
It's
Sean.
the high water mark of festivals. There's a lot of festivals out there. Billy, how many of you attended? Do you always go every year?
Man, I think I've been to probably 25
Oh my gosh.
at least. Yeah.
That's how many on backpack? Because I know your folks are musicians. Your
Well,
dad.
the
Your
first
dad.
15.
Wow.
Best single show you've seen there?
LP.
Oh, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or that one jumped to mind. Yeah. So many.
Terry, do you know LP?
No.
I don't even
Really
know where to
good singer.
begin. Incredible singer.
And the live show was so amazing.
Yeah.
But that's why you go. You might know 20 of the 50 artists. It's up to you to just keep walking, looking. The thing is, I don't have to stay long. I just have to lock it in my brain when I stand by the soundboard and listen to it and go, remember this. And I have a little notebook and I write it all down. For me, it's discovery. And sometimes the artist is so good, you're not leaving that stage, no matter what happens.
Wow.
No, super not.
So most okay, you're saying like a best show there. Most outrageous moment.
Cat Power.
Yeah.
And why? Why?
Because Cat Power had this like super badass band. And I think honestly, this is like a story that's been like retold. Like I don't even know if I have like conscious memory, but this is just like embroiled in my brain. She started like she was like super emotional and started like giving flowers to everyone and walking in the crowd. And then she had this band and they just like kept playing and playing and playing. And then they eventually just realized, oh, she's not coming back.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember that very
Okay.
well, actually.
so Liam, you grew up in Edmonton because we don't talk about your Edmonton past that much, do we, Terry?
Bury it.
No, I mean we're all Edmonton connected, right? Most of us on the West Coast now, but all Edmonton connected. Yeah, I grew up there. But before that, I actually met. So before meeting Jordan in Edmonton, in high school, I met Billy's dad, Cam. He was my violin teacher when I was 3.
I didn't know you played violin.
I don't.
He's-
Not that he's,
I
he's
believe-
an
I believe he's-
excellent instructor.
He said that in episode 7.
Okay, how am I going to remember episode 7? We're in the 10th. This is Rod Sterling's show, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, excellent instructor, but I was not 3-year-old violin, 3-year-old. I'm no violin prodigy. I'll tell you that.
Can I ask another Edmonton Folk Festival question? Because I have to do a special shortly. Have you seen a performer on stage in Edmonton that informed what you wanted to do next, or set you in motion towards little ideas in terms of your music and your voice?
Oh man, like definitely. It's hard to pinpoint because it's like years and years and years of like layers and layers and layers of different performers and
Sure.
being around. Oh, it's tough. There's just been so many incredible performers. I don't know. It's like
So what, like on that question, though, what space, I know I don't want to, my, love of Edmonton and my favorite spaces to be involved, but is there any particular space or couple spaces in the last 10 years that have been like incredible breeding grounds for the scene there?
sure. I think like the aviary run by Phil is a really good kind of like community center. Our place here at Tree Frog has been pretty sweet. We've had a pretty wide range of stuff happen.
Why do you call it Tree Frog?
It used to be a boarding house, and then it was a publishing suite, and they called it Tree Frog Press, and then we were
Okay.
just like stealing that name. So a lot of frog paraphernalia around here.
Did you in another life, while you were singing, or before you were singing, or before you had your music shaped, were you a bike courier?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that story about the bike courier in the snow kept going. That was you.
That was me. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I love biking. Yeah,
Very
and that was
cool.
like one of the funnest jobs I ever had.
Even in the winter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you get like
Edmonton winter.
super-
She
Yeah.
got to be crazy to go on a bike.
like almost no condition that you can't bike in. You just have to like dress right, bike slow, be careful, and be like tenacious and
Also, you have to bike defensively because you have to watch out for all of those people sliding by you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
offensively.
I know that Liam, you said you had Gunmetal Dress, an album.
Yes,
that Billy had released.
it lives in my car. It's great. It's still on the rotation actually.
And
in
then
my
the
car.
second is Moon of Honey. I asked you when you sat down, this is the first thing I always want to know about an artist is there new music we can talk about, or the new songs you've been writing?
Yeah, totally. It's been 4 years since the last record, so lots of stuff happened in between then, and a lot of tunes. So and even over quarantine, it's been kind of like a freeing time to write because there's like I have no gigs. There's who's gonna hear these songs, so I think it's like very just freeing to like experiment and be open to like the weirdness of my songs and open to like the weirdness of creativity.
Billy, they're going to hear your songs now.
Okay, let's do
right now.
it right now.
Let's give them an example. What's that first song?
Everything in between.
Everything in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm gonna stop you for just a second. I think you got to hit that button at the top left again.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Turn
Beauty.
off
Okay.
original sound.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm so happy. that
Ladies
we
and
can do this
gentlemen, Billie
properly.
Zizi.
Your visions, your forgiveness, the songs you can't finish, your sinking hope, the vows you said, your dethroned prince in an unmade bed, the ghost of your success. Dining on your loneliness, the fantasy, the quick fix. Moment your heart flipped. Didn't you love him like you said you would? And didn't you give him the best that you could? And when you let go, it was after trying everything. The cliff, the low hanging clouds, the wind, the pinched offer in your hair, whips around your face, condemned kiss, the stiff release, the falling sky, the quick divide, way you wish you could change your mind, the exquisite, the profane, everything in between. Didn't you love him like you said you would? And didn't you give him the best that you could? And when you let go, it was after trying everything. The lifting shame, the parting veil, the brand new sun on your wedding band, the way it slides off your hand like you never was your man, the victory and the screaming doom, ghost of love leaves the room, seeds of hope and the seeds of rot, spinning wheels in the open road. Didn't you love him like you said you would? And didn't you give him the best that you could? And when you let go, it was after trying everything.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
There's that lonely Alberta sound. Hey,
So lonely.
so lonely.
Yeah, you
What-
could never do that in Thunder Bay.
Lonely.
You couldn't. Hey, we promised not to nerd out too hard on Terry, but we always nerd out. That guitar you were playing,
Is a what?
It is a special edition Tilly thin line. So basically, when Fender bought Gretsch, This is their love child.
Wow.
It doesn't
So-
sound like a telly.
Yeah, I know. So it has Gretsch pickups and a strap bridge, and then like this Fender, this gorgeous Fender body. So basically, what happened is I got dumped, and I was like super bummed. And the way that I got over being dumped is I would like drive around in my mom's minivan and like play music really loud. And one time I just like stopped at Stan Guitars, which is an Edmonton guitar shop, pretty sweet. And I saw this guitar, and I was like, "You will never hurt me." And it never has. So far, we're 5 years or something now.
5
so-
years.
Wow.
Wow.
It looks brand new still. That's amazing.
Oh, it's not. I dropped it.
Oh, did you?
Probably only made it better.
There.
And the amp is I know one more nerd thing. That's a 70s champ, which
Yeah.
are like, I mean, yeah.
You guys.
Is that
okay.
a 70s champ? Okay. Well, okay. Right. Never mind. Terry, go ahead.
Never mind. We're not going to sit here and talk about freaking amps.
We're going to have
okay?
to change the name of the show. It could be called
because
Amps or Us.
Amps.
No, let's go. Let's Gearhead. Just call it Gearhead. Okay. here
That's
you go.
already taken. There's about 10,000 shows that are that already. We don't need
Billie Zizi, this is what I like about what I hear about you, what my ears hear, what my heart feels. If you are still perhaps searching for a tone or a direction or a voice, but you're fully formed. I can hear that you have a history or in and around music that is fantastic. You tell me about your upbringing, your family.
Oh, thank you. That's nice. Nice words that you're saying to me. Yeah, so my dad is a musician. His name is Cam Neufeld. And he plays fiddle and banjo and guitar and mandolin and all kinds of stuff. And then my mom is a visual artist, as you can see right there in the background.
Yay, Mom.
Marianne Watchell is her name. And so I just got to go to a lot of festivals, got to meet a lot of different people and
Soaked it
hear
up.
like a pretty wide variety of stuff. I was homeschooled and we didn't have TV, so
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
right.
Wow.
And then I went into school at grade 7, braces, headset, half like my hair was like blonde, and then I would braid it and tie it in like, yeah. Anyways, it was a disaster.
Now, would you blame that on the homeschooling or your folks for that?
On me, man.
Wow.
Can
Anyway,
you
so I
find
do-
can you find I want you to find yourself in the music business. I understand a lot of it might be odious and you're not comfortable with it, but it would be really cool if you could find your audience and your groove, and I'm willing to help you.
Oh, well, thank you. I would like that too.
Wow. Hey, I got questions about a question about one of your roles, because I met you and your father a few times, at least, and I will never forget meeting your dad because his facial hair is incredible. It's a thing of wizardry.
It was braid too.
It's braided, right? Braided. No?
He has like a braid down to his waist.
Yes. So, when you were first on the road with them growing up, and you got introduced to any sort of role on stage, what did you lean towards? Was it always singing? Was it rhythm? Was it guitar? Because you're in and around all of the gigs, right? I can.
Oh, we don't hear you. Try again. I don't know.
Unmute. There you go.
On mute. How's
Oh,
this?
right.
Yeah, so I kind of started out as like a rhythm guitar player in like swing bands.
Ah.
Wow.
So I just like do the, and then eventually, so I kind of had this like massive existential crisis at like 19 or whatever, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I came back from traveling and doing a bunch of volunteering, and I was like, oh, everything is corrupt, and the world is just
It's all
really-
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And there's just so much inequity, and like what is my place, and like what is my role, and how do I like contribute to the world. And my dad was like, I got us a gig. I was like, so we did like some background jazz gig. Do you know Clint Pelche? Anyone?
No,
No.
I
I
don't.
can't say that I do.
Okay. Anyways, Clint is like Dad and Clint and I on this gig, and I was just like sweating through these like swing changes, just like getting through it, and that was kind of like the turning point for me to be like, oh, like this is what I want to do.
This is
So
what it is.
yeah, so I played a lot of rhythm guitar, and then I slowly started singing on the tunes, and then I slowly started playing some lead, and it's kind of like just slowly progressed into me writing songs and fronting my own project. Like usually I play as a trio, so we rock like the power trio vibe.
Those power trios will never, ever, ever go out of style.
Name one.
I can't name any. Oh, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. Come on.
Okay, fine.
Okay, you name one. You name one. I'm gonna put you in the hot seat one of these weeks, Terry.
Rush. There's still-
Nirvana.
Come on.
Oh,
ZZ
come on.
Top. Come on.
ZZ Top. Okay.
The Wood Brothers. There's
the
a band.
The Wood Brothers. Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All right.
Sorry, Billy.
You guys need some
Billy's
sort of mediator. I'm supposed to be the mediator.
I know that
Damn.
band. I think they're wicked.
Let's give them an example. I'd love to hear a second song. "Be My Friend" is the track I think you were going to sing. And these are new tunes. These tunes haven't been sort of showcased yet.
No,
Okay.
they're just living with me
Until now
until
on
now.
Gear Talk.
Gear Talk 2000. Supposed to get better, but it only got worse. Played to win, but it got reversed. I don't even care that you think you've been cursed. Come on inside. Pick up just where we left off. You get high and I get soft. We can just be together and forget about the day. You don't have to win again. You can just be my friend. Come on inside and have a drink. We're only here until we sink in a memory. Woo, sweet memory. Well, I make you some tea and it's way too hot and you're staring into steam and you get lost in the swirling smoke of your own defeat. When you win, it's an accident. When you lose, it's heaven sent. When you try, you're hell-bent for glory. You don't have to win again. You can just be my friend. Come on inside and have a drink. We're only here until we sink in a memory. Woo, sweet memory.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet memory. Oh, sweet memory.
Yeah. Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Oh,
Damn.
that's beautiful. There's a couple good lines. You get high and I get soft. That's delicious. That's a great line. You would expect that to come from a guy, but that's really neat.
So I
love
never thought I never made that penile connection.
Ah, that's
I
really
love
cool.
the guitar work as well. I love that little bass. Anyway, that's fantastic. Now, if you went into a studio, how big would the band be to make that song come alive? What would you need?
I would probably just have like a trio. and maybe some backup vocals. I don't really want to like create something that I can't recreate live.
Okay, so no horn section,
Well, I mean,
no backup singers.
backup singers, sure, yeah,
Sure,
for
okay.
sure, for like the recording. It would be awesome with a horn section, but again, it's like trying to live within my realistic means of.
Of course.
Hard to cart around a horn section.
Yeah, exactly. Expensive.
There's such pains in the ass.
And trying to live with a trumpet player. on the
Oh,
road.
jeez. Don't even talk to me about trombones.
That's right. I mean, trombones, I would think would be pretty.
They're spitters. You can't have spitters in the band, not in this day and age.
I'm a spitter after 8.
Can I please ask Billy about the Edmonton? Is there any movement afoot to get stages going again, or spaces, or any? Are there? Is it starting to warm up a bit?
Yeah, totally. I think people are like really missing live music. So there have been some events, some sort of like physically distanced events, and I've done some like very chill, sort of like very distanced back. But I think technically it's still not legal. So we're just kind of waiting for that.
Is anybody doing a drive-in theater style concert in Alberta?
Yeah, Martin Kerr. I think, or he's doing like cul-de-sac concerts. So everyone just like stays in front of their house and he goes
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I
goes
think
into the
it's so smart.
center.
Yeah.
Like an ice cream truck with the stage rolling out, or
Dude,
I don't
now
know.
you're onto something.
there you go.
Right? The music had to change on the ice cream trucks anyway, so that'll kill two birds with one stone.
Because instead of merch, you'd have soft serve.
You've forgotten what it's like to be a kid. The tinkle of that bell is like, dude.
Have I really forgotten? I just
Yeah.
got my kid. Have you seen who's floating around here?
No doubt. The tinkle of rock and roll, probably.
The tinkle of rock and roll. I
Yeah.
love that. I live on a dead end street, so the ice cream truck stopped coming down here years ago.
Wow.
Billy, if there are bookers out there, people who actually can hire you and put you on a stage or give you performance space, how do they get a hold of you? And how much money do you want? No, never mind. Just how?
Are you like
Ma-
propositioning
maximum.
an agent here? This is great.
I'm speaking as a third person.
This is great. All right.
Well, you can go to my website, which is just billyzizi.com.
Very cool.
Z-I-Z-I. And then also, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and billyzizi@hotmail.com, billyzizi@gmail.com. I'm out there.
Did you say Hotmail?
Oh, yeah.
That's homeschool. That's the product of homeschool.
School
That's
for
beautiful.
life. Can't live it down, man. Too weird to live.
I love that last tune. I actually love the last two. I can't wait for the third, the other side. I would love to be able to say at this point, this is where you can see her play, or where you can buy the album. But we'll just send them to the website, and then you'll make new friends along the way.
Yeah.
That's right. You did. I just wanted to hear about trains, and not like in a weird like model trains kind of maker, but you performed on the what CP via rail going across Canada a few times. What is that like? Sounds weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. It's super fun. It's like I said earlier to you, kind of like a collision of weirdos, a collision of very like different people, and I think that's what I really like about it.
How long is that? Sorry.
So I've been on the train 4 times. Twice with my dad. Oh, maybe 3 times with my dad. I can't even remember. But and then I went with Justine Vandergrift, and then I also gone with my boyfriend Ryan Funk. And I've done like the Toronto or the Vancouver to Toronto.
The whole thing.
Yeah, 5 days, and then I've also gone to Halifax and done that as well.
And how many shows did you count them?
You do 3 45s a day.
Wow.
Well, that's okay. Are you in the bar car the whole time, or the dome car, or where?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's like so basically it's like sort of partitioned into like different like classes. So you go and you pay, you play for like the cheap seats, and you play for the like people who paid the medium amount, and then you play for like the people who paid the most. And so you're kind of, I think like you're always a transient kind of like class wise as a musician, but even
Yeah.
more, it's like really stark because you're
Let,
like,
let me ask you about the nuts and bolts. So, do people get on and off? Does the audience change?
oh yeah, yeah,
Okay, good. And
Yeah.
then do you adapt as you go? When you hit the Rockies, you start doing mountain songs.
yeah. Actually, yeah, my dad and I did like fiddle tunes of like each province. Tried to like
So,
document like all the different fiddle music of Canada going through.
plus the fact that when they're hearing the music, they're watching this roll by. This is all Vista, and you're the soundtrack to their. Oh, it's fantastic.
That's pretty incredible.
fantastic.
That's a good gig. Do you get what's the room and board like? I might be looking for a new gig pretty
Oh man,
much
you
now.
should do it. Yeah. So it's not like you don't get paid, but you get all your food, like you get all the nice meals, and you get like your own little
You get a room.
and
Woo!
That's
Yeah,
amazing. Bar
totally.
tab? Bar tab.
no bar tab.
No bar tab. No, it's musicians.
I'd get new management.
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna sweeten that
Messing
up.
up.
Although if you have your own room, you have your own wine or bartender.
Right.
You've
That's
got,
right.
that's
That's
the
true.
deal.
Yeah, and you didn't have to pay for airfare.
Yeah.
The main.
Done.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
only-
Okay. All right. I got you.
Sorry.
Liam's just trying to fill me in on the in between spots. Yes. No airfare. Yes.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
I'm just saying, go. Just go.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Guys, I'm dying to hear this third song because if it's as
Okay.
good as the first two, then we're working on an EP here. Okay.
Yep.
It's called The Other Side. Okay.
I think we might have lost you for a second.
No. Okay.
No, you're
how
there.
about now?
You're there. I just didn't hear your guitar.
You got everything?
Yeah,
hear me?
especially anxiety.
Oh, I got that.
How
too.
about
Don't worry about it. Should have gone to that show in September. Watch you spinning on a dime. I got all caught up in a life where I was pretending. That's how I missed you this time. But maybe I'll see you on the other side. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Ooh, I'll see you on the other side. I love a picture of you laughing, leaning back against the sepia. Could this be the face of a dying woman? The alarming brevity of it all. But maybe I'll see you on the other side. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Ooh, see you on the other side. sang my way into destitution. I danced inside of my pain, rode the hike to my own ruination, till you came to say, I'll see you on the other side. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Ooh, I'll see you on the other side.
Yes.
Ooh, nice background.
Ooh. No,
You
it's over
changed
there.
guitars.
You did.
Yeah, thank you. That was literally shivers. So that's nice. I like when that happens.
Please explain to someone who doesn't play a guitar or couldn't play a guitar because he wrecked his fingers. What are you bending the guitar away from your other hand? Are you?
Yeah, so I'm bending the neck like this way towards me,
Yeah. Okay.
towards you.
Okay.
So what guitar is the red one? Is that a Gretsch?
No. So this is kind of like the poor woman's Gibson. So it's like an Epiphone, but
oh yeah.
Oh, it's a
Uh, a gu-
dot.
yeah. So the guitar. Oops, I have my reverb on. So it's like a guitar builder. What I love is it says Epiphone. Also, like the guitar builder was like, it's also a Gibson.
Take your pick, ladies and gentlemen. Is it an Epiphone or Gibson?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has like 57 reissue pickups and like Gibson pots and tuners and knobs and all that. Like someone souped up. Actually, my dad bought me this guitar. Thank you, Dad.
Wow.
I know
Well-
you're watching.
Well, no more Gibson now too, right? Due to bankruptcy. So, but Epiphone.
You know all this stuff. How do you know all this stuff? Well, yeah, Yeah, Gibson.
He
That's
gets
right.
out.
Yes.
No, I
He
stay
does.
in. I stay in. That's how I know these things. I stay in and I just read the, you know.
Hey,
Exhausting.
before I forget, I really like the I like that guitar, but I like the elasticity of your tempo on that last tune. And that's it's you do something with time there that was really cool. I dug that. I can't hear you again.
We
lost
have
you
to-
for a second.
Check. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2.
We have to bring these songs to life. I mean, you already have, but it would be really cool to find a place and space for them. This is really good. An EP, one more song, and an EP. One more. You got one? I mean,
yeah.
have you written lots?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I have kind of like I have probably 13 songs that I could record.
Wonderful.
I'm kind of like slowly working towards doing another record, but I also don't really want to push it. It will just
Okay.
Yeah, take your time. I mean, time is kind of suspended in an odd way for musicians. What are you writing? Like what is the most common thing out of your cluster of tunes in the last 4 months?
Let me guess. Power ballads.
I'm gonna guess not, but like, is there any theme that comes up? Like, oh, I can't hear you again.
No,
Sorry,
she's thinking.
I'm
Oh, sorry, that was the thought.
thinking. Thematically, I think maybe like the idea of being an outsider maybe is a through line, and like what is connection, and like what are the elements that make us human, or like this, or like, oh, I'm not explaining this well, but
No, but that's I get the gist of it.
yeah.
And does that is that an Edmonton thing, an Alberta cold winter thing? So you come by it naturally?
Oh man, I think that the arts are really fostered by our cold weather and our solitude, and like the summer is just like a burst of socializing, and then the winter is like quarantine, which is why I was so ready for it. But so like definitely the first couple months of quarantine didn't feel very different than my normal life. And then summer hit, I was like, oh damn, this is really, really different.
Yeah.
It's hitting me right now, But yeah, I don't know if the like themes of my song are like indicative of like an Edmonton ethos or not, but certainly there is like a through line for me.
Yeah.
It's really cool that you showed here today.
Yeah.
That you came, visited.
What's the web? Me. This is my first experience doing anything.
Very cool. What's the website? Let's hit it.
Pardon me?
What's the website?
Oh, Billie Zizi at Hotmail. Oh no, that's my. Just email me at BillieZizi@hotmail.com. No, BillieZizi.com. That's me.
You'll see it on screen right now. That's Hotmail. I love that. I'm gonna email you at Hotmail.
Do it.
I just
a
have
lot of people do.
Yeah, that's great. Do you have? I know we prepared 3. Do you have one more song to play us out with today?
While you're thinking about that and changing guitars, guys, I mentioned last week, had you heard the Bob Dylan album? Have you heard it now?
Absolutely. It's a pretty wild experience. It's an autobiography in song. It's not just a record.
Yeah.
You can, like you said last week, you can tell that he is saying goodbye, certainly in A Murder Most Foul. I mean, it's a 16-minute song on a second CD on its own, right? So if that's not a goodbye, then I don't know what is. But it's like so interesting hearing the life and all of his friends that are no longer exist now, right? And him telling those stories in that record.
I look forward to it on my flight. I was going to let you guys know that I am leaving the island between this week and next week, and I will be doing the show probably live from my mother's condo in Toronto. So we may have a view of the backdrop of downtown Toronto.
Okay.
Next Sunday. Cool. So
I hope she's well. And and you released a single.
And I released the single last couple weeks ago. I forgot to tell you about that.
Thank you so much.
A lot of people, but I released the single called Satellite Man. That's perfect for these times, for the amount of time that we're spending linked to the internet and our Netflix binges.
And under what name did it appear?
Under Satellite and the Harpoonist.
There you go. Thanks.
Although if we don't get back on the road, I think I'm just going to stick with the Harpoonist because Satellite will be nowhere to be found. But
okay.
Yeah. Billy, how did we do? How do we do getting you time?
Are you ready?
Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea? Yeah, okay. All right.
What? I'm just here.
I know. Good background Liam's got, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Leo likes it.
Yeah. Good. Everyone should like it.
I defy specificity. I'm from outer space originally, screaming through the atmosphere. I came in with a rock at high speed. I've been observing the humans. I think they're rubbing off on me. When was I supposed to wake up? You know I sleep all day. When was I supposed to get here? You know I'm always running late. And when was I supposed to feel good? They say it takes a lifetime learning how to live here. Learning how to live. And the system that protected me for so long became another opportunity to be embarrassed and alone. All my failures lit up like a display. The ticket, the mall cop, the debt I gotta pay. And another one slips right through the cracks. It's another statistic, a red dress on the map. And the doctors shake their head and they say, how can this be? We funnel all our money into the economy. And when was I supposed to wake up? You know I sleep all day. And when was I supposed to get here? You know I'm always running late. And when was I supposed to feel good? You know it takes a lifetime learning how to live here. Learning how to live. And a radiant black sun fills the sky. I'll be beaming up in no time to meet my sister on the astral plane, proving all suspicion I was never meant to stay. And when was I supposed to wake up? You know I sleep all day. And when was I supposed to feel good? They say it takes a lifetime. And when was I supposed to get here?
Wow. Wow.
I love the spoken.
Yeah. That reminded you almost channeled like a Beth Orton and Joni Mitchell love child with an alien vibe, and that some of those
An alien,
lyrics
I
there.
know.
That's a great line. When am I supposed to wake up?
Yeah.
But that's
When
I
was I
think
supposed to get here?
yeah, that's just I think that probably so many of us probably feel that way like right now every day for the last however many months. Like are we actually all really awake through this thing?
Oh
Are
man,
are we
yeah.
really?
It feels like a dystopia. Like it feels like some
Ah.
sort of like darkest timeline
And
situation.
with a shitty budget for special effects.
Yeah, the worst.
Can we
Not the
see?
apocalypse you wanted, the apocalypse you needed.
It's
Right.
for a drive-in movie.
Well, yeah, no, we've got enough money for face masks. That's about it.
Really scared the whole time, but nothing happens.
I know. We got enough money for Justin Trudeau's wardrobe and hair and makeup and beard grain.
They're spending money on that though. It's damn good.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh boy.
All right. For those of you out there, BillieZizi.com, BillieZizi. I refuse to say Z.
Fair enough.
Watch, listen, live, bio, contact. It's all there. Great shots. It's a really cool website. And the songs are fantastic. Carry on. We'll do what we can on our end. Well, get your mic going.
One more time.
Thanks so much, and thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming
Thank you.
on.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming on.
Yeah.
Bye, Jordan. Well, this has been the 10th episode of the Shouting Hour. We're back next week. Still going. We're still going strong. I don't see. We might be off for a couple weeks in maybe mid-August, early August, but we're back every week. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where things end up. But we will be announcing our next guest for next week tomorrow.
Okay.
Monday. So please stay tuned. Here.
Sean, one thing, make notes on your flight. I just want to know what it's like to fly these days. How freaking weird that feels.
I can't. I honestly, if I were to tell you guys how anxious and how emotional I feel about this trip, it would be a whole show. I'm not looking forward to flying. I've got to get to Toronto and take a COVID test once I get to Toronto and isolate for 5 days, and then before I can visit anyone, I can't visit my relatives. This is the worst. It's the worst time to fly. So I'll take a video if you want, and I'll share that experience with you guys while I self-isolate next week.
Please try not to become news headlines. Okay. Please don't toss your bags down the, anyway.
No.
He's a pretty good flyer.
I'm a really good traveler.
He's a pretty good traveler. You don't even need to like bring diapers or anything. He's pretty good.
Okay.
No diapers yet. Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week.
Liam, be careful out there. Wear your life jacket, please. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, be careful with your boat there, sir.
Goodbye, everybody. BillieZZ.com.
See you, Billy.
Bye. Hey.
Seem for